chosen. Did you find the pot of gold? And I catch a shooting star. Tell me how high did you soar?
Please be seated.
Never felt like you were dreaming, just to find in your
Good morning, board members, DSQ Bennett, aspired teachers, parents, friends, and of course, my National Junior Honor Society. My name is Deshaun Williams, and I have been a member of the National Junior Honor Society at Aspire Charter Academy for 3 years. Welcome to the 2024 National Junior Honor Society induction ceremony. We are gathered here to formally recognize students selected by our school faculty for successfully completing their candidacy and are being inducted as new members of our National Junior Honor Society chapter. We want to take this moment to honor all past and present members of the National Junior Honor Society, regardless of your chapter, by having them please stand. For current members and those former members who may be among our guests, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you two are in charge with maintaining as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. You may be seated. Our chapter is proud to have been inducting new members since 2010. Today's ceremony indicates the continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and community. Throughout the year, members of the chapter have served as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records which has established the eligibility for membership, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations, and we serve our school and community through many activities. We are proud of this record of accomplishment and welcome these new members who bring in energy and support of our continuing work at NJHS members. It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Aspire Charter Academy chapter of the National Junior Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 5 pillars that serve as a standard for the society. Members of this chapter possess a scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship. We will now review these 5 pillars for the candidates. Our first pillar is scholarship.
My office is scholarship. Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. My favorite quote is, "Scholarship is to be created not by compulsion, but by awakening a pure interest in knowledge," by Ralph Waldo Emerson.
My office is service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work, where many opportunities arise to help others, both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or public recognition, is the quality we seek in our membership, and we promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow. My favorite quote is, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others," by Mahatma Gandhi.
My office is leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members. My favorite quote is leadership is the ability to guide others without forced into a decision that still leaves us feeling empowered and accomplished by Lisa Cash Hansen.
My office is character. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. My favorite quote is be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think of you, by John Wooden.
I represent citizenship, the obligations each member of our society faces to live up to the democratic ideals given to us by the founders of our country. The responsibilities each of us has to our home community, our state, our nation, and our world are many. As good citizens, we are bound to live up to the laws and guidelines which unite us as a civilized society. Good citizens work together to improve not only our lives, but the lives of our fellow citizens. Good citizenship requires that we remain strong and vigilant in protecting the freedoms and rights that have been granted to us and in preventing injustice from entering our lives. We, the members of the chapter, are called to live up to the high standards of citizenship from this day forward. My favorite quote is citizenship is an attitude, a state of mind, an emotional conviction that the whole is greater than the part, and the part should be humbly proud to sacrifice itself so that the whole may live, by Robert A. Heinlein.
We will now have our guest speaker, Mr. Cedric Washington. I would like to read his bio first. Mr. Cedric Washington is an educator extraordinaire, using culturally relevant practices to meet state standards while teaching English, composition, senior literature, and African American studies in Gary, Indiana, and Chicago, Illinois. Mr. Washington engaged, enlightened, and empowered his students through practical teaching, giving his students a sense of knowledge of self. Graduating to the role of administration and education, Mr. Washington used a social, empowering learning approach, advocating for students, mentoring students, and developing young leaders and thinkers to make the right choices and prepare for the next phase of life. As the founder of NERD, Nurturing Education, Rewarding Determination, Youth Services Incorporated, Mr. Washington is now devoted to teaching and empowering all through his youth services and professional development for educators. Mr. Washington has received numerous accolades for his community service. and most notably conducted a workshop for the youth in Washington, D.C. for the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated Centennial Celebration at Howard University. When he is not empowering the people, he enjoys spending time with his family, traveling, listening to music, watching, and playing the game of basketball. I now present to you Mr. Cedric Washington.
Right, thank you, Mr. Vaughn. Thank you, Principal Robinson, for having me, and everyone on the prestigious board of the National Junior Honor Society. My name is Cedric Washington, born and raised Gary, Indiana. So it is a pleasure for me to be here, especially being a former teacher here at Aspire Middle School. But I want to get right to it today, and I want to talk about a couple things. I had the pleasure to be the keynote speaker of Black Excellence Sneaker Ball that took place at Purdue University Northwest, in which I am one of the alma mater. That's my alma mater, right down the street, in which I did play college basketball there. So it was a blessing for me to be able to be the keynote speaker and speak to young adults that is about to embark into the real world. And as I was doing my preparation in speaking, what I noticed in my research, USA Today, happened to run across an article that talked about 46% of college graduates, 46% of college graduates actually work in the field in which they went to school for. I'm going to say that again. 46% of college graduates that are working in the field in which they went to school for. So what I'm saying to you is, you're going to hear this term. You've been hearing this term, college and career readiness. The next 4 years of your life, college and career readiness. They are going to talk to you about what do you want to do for the next 4 years after you graduate from high school. College, career readiness is the words that you're going to hear, right? Listen to what I'm telling you. If 46% of the people that graduated from college are actually working in the field that they went to school for, then what are the other 60% doing? They're working in fields in which they did not go to school for. So what am I telling you today? Today, what I want you to remember from me is everyone is created with the gift. And sometimes that gift is not going to be in the ramifications of education. Sometimes that gift may be outside of the classroom. Cultivate that. Don't put yourself in the ramifications of just the academic world, because the academic world sometimes doesn't prepare you for the real world. When the real world hits you, then you like, everything that I learned, how can I apply it here? And everyone's looking like, I don't know. You know why? Because these individuals didn't take the time to think about themselves and how you need to cultivate yourself, because everyone is not designed to do college. So you have to understand that in order to succeed in life, you have to really think about what it is that you want to do for yourself. That's going to be very important for the next 4 years. Think about what it is that you want to do for yourself, because what you're going to be faced with is decisions that you may not necessarily want to do, and that's okay. So the objective is to think about yourself, what it is that you want to do, and how can you align that with what you like to do. And then you look at your majors that you're looking to look for in college, and then you figure out, how can I use this as a job? That is how you do that. Does it make sense what I'm saying? All right, very important. I know that you're looking for me to do a speech, but I'm more of an interactive type of person. And because these are the next thinkers, these are the next critical people that's going to be the adults that's taking care of us, we need to make sure that we're teaching them correctly. And we need to make sure that they're learning from the heart and doing what they want to do. That is very, very important. The importance of focus. I'm going to leave you with this. Focus is an acronym. The importance of focus for your next 4 years is going to be very important. The F stands for fall back. Sometimes you have to fall back from the friends that you had. Sometimes you have to fall back from the situations that you find yourself a part of, so you can think about what it is that you really are doing, what it is that you want to do. Then once you fall back and kind of get yourself together, look at the opportunities that surround you. You're in high school now. Talk to your teachers. You're in high school now. Talk to the coaches. You're in high school now. Talk to the people that graduated from high school that is in college and figure out what it is that they did. Opportunities. The next is C. Once you decide what you want to do, begin to cultivate that. When I say cultivate, that means that you're practicing. Practice makes perfect. So make sure that you're cultivating your skill so you can be ready to take on the world. The next thing is you. You need to understand. Understand. This is very key. Understand that the key to understanding is to understand that everyone won't understand. If you over here and you say, hey, listen, I want to be the first person to create whatever it is. I can't think of anything for lack of messing up. But what I want to say is if you're the only person that understands that, understand that God gave you that vision and no one else can see what God gave you. So you have to understand that no one else is going to understand, but be confident enough to stand on that. Make sense what I'm saying? All right, and then lastly is S. Celebrate your successes. Sometimes people say, I'm not going to jinx it, I'm not going to say anything, I'm going to wait till the end, then I'm going to celebrate. Everything is about progression. Every step that you make that was further than where you were before is a success. Make sure you celebrate that. The importance of focus. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Washington. All right. At this time, will the new inductees please rise? Raise your right hand and repeat the pledge. The audience can follow the text as printed in your program. Inductees, please join me in reciting the pledge. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Junior Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, citizenship, and character. You may be seated. And now, as your name is called, please step forward onto the stage to sign the official chapter registry and receive your token of membership. First row, please stand. Zion Davis. Jennifer Hart. Zakiah Lee. Jemiah Lloyd. Michael Lovelace. Evan Lyons.
Oh, Lord Jesus. My eyes are sweating.
Wesley Powell.
Wesley.
Christian Richardson.
Take it down.
Camille Robinson. Jamal Robinson.
Oh, Lord Jesus, Lord. Take it. You better snap away now.
Natalie Sanders.
Snap away. Snap, snap. Oh, Jesus, Lord. Smile, boy, smile. He's smiling, please.
Jordan Tally Smith.
Oh, Jesus.
Emaya Turnipseed.
Oh, the turnip seed. Oh, Lord Jesus. His fire went out. Don't sit next to me.
Jada Willis.
Oh, Jada.
back row, you may be seated. Candidates, you may blow out your candles. And I know we just did it, but can we please give them another round of applause as I introduce to you our 2024 National Junior Honor Society members. And now please welcome our proud principal, Mrs. Robinson, who will offer congratulatory remarks to the new members.
Good afternoon, parents. Good afternoon, scholars. Thank you all for being here. Can we give a round of applause to Mr. Vaughn as well as Ms. Patton? They are the sponsors of National Junior Honor Society, so without them, we would not be here. And then I need for our scholars to stand really quickly. All the scholars who are a part of National Junior Honor Society. Can we give them a round of applause for the hard work, the commitment, the amount of excellence that they exhibit right now? I want to personally say congratulations to every scholar standing, not just the inductees, but everyone in National Junior Honor Society. It takes a lot to be here today. It is not an easy task, and you did it. You need to be extremely proud of yourself. You push through every day in order to be the best of the best. Do you know there are only 6% out of our 667 scholars and 213 in middle school, you are the top 6% that made it into this society.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's why I am a proud principal. That's why I get up every day to do what I do, because of you. Your futures are bright, and as Mr. Washington said, you need to understand that everyone will not see your vision because it's yours, and it's been given to you to execute. So don't look for your friends. Don't look for anybody else to encourage you. Be sure that you encourage yourself and you meet every goal that you set for yourself, because you can and you will. Because if nobody believes in you, everybody in this room does, and we do here at Aspire. I love you. I am proud of you, and continue to make greatness happen every day, because we are a school of excellence, and you are the reason we are that. Thank you. Thank you all.
I'd like to thank our advisor, Mr. Vaughn, and Ms. Patton, and the members of the induction ceremony committee for their hard work in organizing this year's induction ceremony. Please join me in thanking them with a round of applause. Thank you, board members, DSQ Bennett, Aspire teachers, parents, and friends, and of course, my fellow National Junior Honor Society members for attending this NJHS induction ceremony. And in just a moment, the new inductees will rise, but before doing so, please join me once again in applauding all of our National Junior Honor Society members.
Look at him back there.
Thank you, and now will everyone please stand as our newest National Junior Honor Society recesses.